What's going on, everybody? It's another daily vlog at Bro Seriously. My name is Dustin, and I hope everybody's having a fantastic Wednesday. My Wednesday started off super early, as it does. As my morning meeting work happened. So my mornings on Wednesday start early, but it's been a really great day. Um, and I got to be an adult and go buy some tools for my job. I don't really buy tools, so it was a interesting. Um, not much into a not much of a tool guy, but I'm learning. But enough about me. I'm gonna start this one off. We're gonna do things a little backwards. We normally do the vlogs and the schedule, I should say. But yesterday was a call to action to the Bro Seriously community. A About accountability, right? That's what we're talking about. And I want to say thank you though for all of you that went out and tagged Sour Pineapple and asked them where the content was, asked them where the blogs were. It was funny to see, and I mean, I got a text message from him probably about 5 minutes after I posted the vlog, and he's like, "I'm working on it, dickhead." And so, hey, it worked, right? Honestly, though, I think he was going to be putting the blog out anyway. It was just a beautiful coincidence, and hey, at the end of the day, we got our blog, right? So, thank you guys for that so much. It means a lot that you guys went out and tagged him on Twitter and just gave him a little shove, right? So today, though, we're just going to talk more about the blog. Since I didn't really get to talk about one yesterday, I want to go into it today, and it actually kind of works out perfectly. He hadn't posted in a while. He was just restructuring some things and realigning, finding new content, and creating a different take on some things. So I wanted to start off now. Well, we're going to continue doing it on Tuesdays, but that way with his blogs now, we should be able to keep up with them. He started fresh on this one. We're going to start fresh with these vlogs to give you a little just synopsis of it, and that way, if you like it, you can go. What I have to say, you can go get the full version, and if you don't like what I say, you can still go get the full version because he tells it a lot better, but in words. So either way, we both win. So this episode or blog, I don't know what you would call those. This blog post series, I'm not sure. But it is called, the title of it is Endless Possibilities, Endless Problems. Let's stop there. Let's break that down, right? That's true. Most people talk about endless possibilities all the time, but life's about that balance, right? You got to have the balance of, there may be great possibilities, but there's also a shit ton of problems. Like more money, more problems. That's true. Endless possibility, endless problems. I like that, Jared. Secondly, he goes into this blog to talk about No Man's Sky, and if you look back on it, I think he talked about this on maybe his first blog post he put out, or one of the very first ones. And he talks about in the blog how he's been a fan of the game since its launch. Came a little late to the hype train on that game, so he didn't get the full blunt trauma of disappointment from it. And those are his words. I've never really played No Man's Sky. I've heard of the terrible launch and everything, so I can't really speak to it because I never really got into it. But he talks about in the blog. But he's still a fan of it, wanted to grow. He goes in to talk about how it was released in 2016, so you look what it's 2 years ago, and how much stuff. Getting phone calls, Evan. Probably later if you see this vlog. But how the game was released in 2016, and it just really shit the bed, like we talked about, right? And there were all these things in the game that I was missing, all these things that were promised, but instead we got a shell of a game for what they promised it to be. There's no multiplayer, there's no variable physics, and there are no meaningful factions, as Jared says, and all of that stuff that was promised to be there wasn't there. And they even promised 18 quintillion worlds to go explore. Like, I remember hearing that stat whenever it first came out, and it was like, you wouldn't be able to explore all of them alone, or it was impossible, and people were just like, holy fuck, which sounds cool. But then all of a sudden, it was not what was promised, and then they were like, abandoned ship apparently, and the kind of backed out. I think he says it was the developer or whoever the guy is, Sean Murray. I don't know if he's the developer, whoever he is. Backed out and just never said anything, right? Never said what happened, never talked to the media. And so Hello Games, the developer, the company there, was just kind of like, okay. Then all of a sudden came back out with an update 1.1 and started slowly fixing things and made all those updates free. And so I'm not gonna go too much more into detail on the blog, because I want you guys to really read it and take a look at it and see what you think about it. He asked some questions in there. If some of the decisions, were they the right decisions, were they the wrong decisions? What is the backlash of those things? So it's a really interesting read to see how game developers and stuff put, and in a way, it's kind of talking what we talked about yesterday with accountability, right? It's, do game developers get a pass or a fix because they promise something, don't deliver, but then go silent and then start to fix it slowly over time, and they don't make it cost anything? Is it okay for us to pay for these games that are not ready to be released, and we get them, and all of a sudden it's not what we wanted or expected? So, go give it a read. Tweet at Jared, tell him what you think. If you still need his Twitter, I will post that again in the description. Tag us in Bro Seriously on Twitter. Comment in the description in the comment section below. Let us know what you think. These blogs are awesome. He does an awesome job with asking the questions, really making you think about game developers and their practices, and kind of what's going on behind the scenes on some from a gamer's perspective. So that's all I got for you guys today. Once again, thank you so much for reaching out to Jared yesterday. Thank you guys for making this an awesome community that really can have some fun and with each other, and give each other some shit, and helping to keep all of us at Bro Seriously who are building it, keeping us accountable to producing quality content and keep us on our toes. It means a lot to us, so thank you so much for that. All the links to our social media platforms will be in the description below. And until then, I will talk to you guys tomorrow, and we will talk a little bit about Twitch. We're recording the podcast tomorrow, so episode 7 coming out. Be stoked, a lot of good shit coming, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.